will be where the Lion's Temple entrance will be. There'll be entrance arch over there. You'll enter through Duplo, and then you will be greeted. You can actually see the base of the pillar here. That will be where Mount Kavura will be fixed, and it will be concealed by cascading water. So the Mount Kavura will be high in the sky as you approach the area here. And what you're seeing is the buildings, the main ride station in the background there, and that is the entrance into the exit here with Cragger Swamp. So there's two areas inside. So you'll have an entrance area which will tell you about the story. You'll see the mystical throne room with the chi pool with an effect in there. You will then go on your quest around the different lands. As you see, you come out, you go around where the ravens are, the gorillas, you go all the way around, and you can interact with the Lego models and all the characters on here. You will then carry on your quest with Chi, going through all the different lands, interacting as you go, battling between boats as well, as you go through here, and also there's cannons on the shoreline, so people can squirt people in the boats as well. So there's an interaction with those people who don't necessarily want to go on the ride, which also goes down really well with the other family members, so they can partake. And then you go into the final battle scene, which you saw before, which is where Cragger is captured, and there is some interactive, which is that building over there, which is the exiting station. And the ride will move relatively slowly through. It's got very, very high throughput, over 1,000 an hour. And you have a great experience in the Q-Line entertainment as well, where we use the Cartoon Network to introduce the World of Chima, all the characters, and also introduce you and ask you to play your part in the quest for Chi, in the story, in the ride. And that's what makes this ride completely different than anything we've ever done with a Splash Battle ride before. Okay? Fully themed, and the Speedos Arena, which is here. We've also got areas for expansion as well in the future, which we'll talk about maybe another time, where we can extend the Chima brand even further. But for now, we're going to open with the Speedos Arena area, which will be that test and build area, and then we've also got space for events and other things that we can add linked to the promotional calendar that the Chima people, the Chima promotional people will bring to the product. Okay.
We can set up to do
height for the ride as well. So perfect ride, and we fitted the storyline seamlessly with Lego Chima.
Is there a target date?
Not just yet, as all with these projects. We've said July, and we'll keep that loose at the moment because you never know with weather and what have you. But at the moment, we're aiming for a summer launch.
Is this the Mac Rides version of the Splash Battle?
It is the Mac Ride version. It's the one that we like the best. We have got different versions in California and other places as well, but we like the Mac Ride because of the way the transit system works. It's a free-flowing boat, and it's not on tracks. It's synonymous with what I've said before. We don't like tracks. We don't like, it basically is a boat that you are in. Cool.
How long are these series?
If you include the Q-Line experience, it's around about 3 to 4 minutes of experience. Depends on how busy the ride is and how many boats we have on there, because we can actually alter the flow, the speed, so we can actually slow it down to give people more time on the ride. Depending on that's why it's a super ride actually. The theoretical is it can vary from around 1,000 to 1,250, depending on how efficient you are at loading and unload. We've tried to make it so it's a moving transit system, so it basically is a very fast load.
How long does the ride last?
It's about 3 to 4 minutes once you're on it, depending on the flow speed.
Where is the movie and how is that prior to going on the ride? Or?
No, there is going to be movie elements linked to the Cartoon Network on screens in the Q-Line, which will introduce the story and explain what we're doing, and Lavelle will invite you on the quest. The 4D movie itself will be in the theatre that we were in before, and that will be an extension of the brand and roll with the 4D, mainly because we've got all the facilities there to enhance that 4D element that we need. So that will just enhance the story. But that film is unique, and you will not be able to see that anywhere other than the Legoland Parks and the Legoland Discovery Centres. And that fourth dimension, although albeit not new, is quite new to that film.
And how long is that?
It's I want to say it's a 15 to 16 minute film, something like that. Any longer than 25 minutes in a child, you lose their attention anyway. So.
Is the movie going to open before the attraction?
Yeah, the 4D movie, we're looking to open that April. So what we'll do is we'll also sow the seed of the new attraction and release more images in the 4D movie. So there'll be a constant stream of new visuals and new updates that we can give out. But yeah, the 4D movie will open April.
Is it possible that this theming could go into other areas of the park, like the water park or eventually the hotel? Or
Possibly. At the moment though, what we try and do is create a theme and do it very well in a zone. And then you go from one portal to another portal, and then the experience changes. You're right next to Kingdoms here, so you'll go from Chima to Kingdoms and Duplo. It's all about going through portals, and then you go through into a different world.
Thank you.
Will participants have an effect on the outcome of the
ride
ride at all with their cannons?
Not really. It's just at the end of the day, each ride will be different because whatever side of the boat that you are on, there are different experiences on either side. So we are catering to both sides. But oh, absolutely, because you may fire at one target and then another target. We've got multiple targets, and the beauty, what we've seen with the splash battle, is that people like interacting on the shoreline as well, and it's a more involved family experience, and you get a different experience on different cannons.
Who's on the shoreline though? Why?
Just normal people, guests can. There are cannons on the shoreline, and anybody, you could go up if you don't want to go on the ride and fire at the boats.
As a joint
Yeah.
venture?
Dark ride elements.
Yeah, well, the first thing that you will be greeted with is when you come out of the main line for the queue, you go into Lavelle's temple, which has got these huge Lego. Well, they're not made of Lego, but they're minifigs. Huge 7-foot tall figures, and it's an entryway that you go in, and then in the distance you will see the chi pool, and then there will be a scene in there which will invite you to say that Crag has stolen the chi, jump on the boat, join Lavelle in the quest to retrieve the chi. That's the main first dark section, and then in the end it's the capture scene, the final battle that you saw on the visual there, which is all about capturing Cragger and retrieving the chi.
Thank you.
Will we find a meet and greet in this location also?
Absolutely, yeah. The meet and greet is here.
Okay.
So roughly over there is where the meet and greet will be, and there'll be regular times where we'll change out the characters, but they will be Lavelle and Cragger, and there's also talk in the future of maybe having more. But at the moment we'll do the two characters because they're probably the two pivotal ones to the story. And the beauty of Chima is that the Cartoon Network, the cartoon will evolve, the storyline will evolve, there will be new characters, there will be new lands. So we also have the option to improve the product here as well as the cartoon grows in popularity.